I want you to go through a scenario with me for a second. A student is told by a teacher that infinities added together are always the same infinite size. And they've raised their hand and say, well, if I take, say, a line of 1 inch and I add it to a line of 1 inch, I'm taking a object with an infinite number of points and adding them, and that object is twice as big as the other object. The teacher would likely dismiss this as a category confusion. This was, of course, true in this branch of mathematics. And yet this fact has no bearing on whether or not you can add infinity, since it's not the definition or object that she is talking about. This seems right, and this does seem very much like a naive beginner mistake. However, there's a richer way of looking at this, which is from a Wittgensteinian perspective, that actually opens up the student's question again. Wittgenstein would say it's the use that's made of the thing and whether you can participate in the language game that determines the meaning, not the other way around. And in this case, if you take what we do with numbers, adding 1, 2, 3, 4, dividing, and there's a notion of infinity like, say, non-standard analysis or addition or arithmetic of geometric lines added to and divided by each other. All these things are actually closer extensions of our language game than the set theoretic notion of cardinality is. And a Wittgensteinian might say that actually the student was right, because yes, it's a different definition, a different type of object, but if we're going to look for whether or not the definition of the idea of cardinality can be extended to infinite objects, we should probably look over there, where we're already able to do the same things with them. This is a really interesting objection I encourage you to think more about, and I encourage you to read Paolo Mancosu's book, where he questions the idea that our notion of infinite cardinality should be the primary way of thinking about infinite quantity in our mathematics.